everybody, Average Vintage Collector here with another video. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different, combine a couple of things. I do not have many cards to show today. Instead, I wanted to coming up on 1 year anniversary, just after Christmas, coming up on a 1 year anniversary on YouTube. So I want to kind of look back at the year. I know a lot of people are doing their top pickups of the year, or the top cards in their collection. I'm actually not going to do that. But I'm going to discuss my goals, kind of like reflect on my 2025 and look forward to mapping out my 2026 goals. On top of that, I will be doing a little bit of a VR for Drew for the Mount Rushmore for people from our state. And that's when I will show some cards. So if you want to fast forward to the end, feel free to do that. But I just want to start off. So thank you very much. This year has been way more of a success on YouTube than I really thought possible in my mind. What I had thought in my head was how it was going to work, and people watching and getting to know people. I mean, it's just been off the charts, and that all comes from everyone that I've run across and become friends with and had conversations with and joined on collaborations and whatnot. So I want to say first thank you to everybody that's watched my channel for the last year. It has been a blast. I am really enjoying myself. Really looking forward to next year. I went back and watched my first video to try and figure out what my 2025 goals were. And my 2025 goals were in that first video, there really weren't that many. It was get to 150 subs and do 2 videos a month. Well, I have surpassed both. I don't really know how many subscribers I have, but I know it's above 150. And I've been doing 1 video a week at least since I've been on. And I'm pretty happy that I was able to keep up that pace. So looking back, my 2025 goals accomplished. I'd say I'm accomplished on that one. So I'm very happy with that. As far as what 2026 holds. So for my channel goals, I don't really, pay too much attention to the subs or anything like that. So that's not really a goal I'm looking for. But this is an outlet for me. I enjoy doing this and doing the videos, regardless of how many people are watching them. This is an outlet for me. This is a little bit like my therapy. It makes me happy to do this, to show my cards, and to watch all your channels and interact with people, through comments on videos and whatnot. So I'm really happy with that. I'd like to continue, having this as my outlet. With that being said, I think that I'm not sure I can sustain the pace of a video a week. I'm not going to keep myself to a schedule. I enjoy this too much to have this be something that I really want to rush through or not spend a lot of time on, or, just put out a video just to put out a video. So I'll probably cut back a little bit on that and just do maybe a couple a month. With that being said, though, what I really want to focus on in the upcoming year as far as the channel goes is more collaborations. I have a really fun time getting to know people, talking with people. I mean, I talk with people every week. It has been such a pleasure to just reach out and get in touch with people and talk hobby, or not even hobby, just talk life. That's really been a surprising part of this, that I did not expect to make connections like I've made with people. And there are people I talk to every week. There are people I talk to, monthly, and maybe a little bit further in between, but we just pick up and just start talking and have a conversation. And a lot of times it doesn't revolve around cards at all. So I'd like to just really kind of get to start to do more collaborations, connect with more people. That is really where I get the satisfaction of having this channel and having this platform. So probably less videos from me as far as me putting out videos that are just about cards, but more just kind of getting on with people and, talking and hanging out. I really enjoy that part of it. So I would like to do that. So those are my plans for my channel for 2026. As far as the collection goes, I'm going to make a big list of goals. It's going to be much more than just the 2 that I had for 25. This is really something that I hope to make, check a lot of boxes off this time next year when I look back. So one of the things that I'm going to do, and I've been talking about it for a while, is complete my 1973 Topps baseball set. I am less than 30 cards away. Yes, I know I have like 20 days left in December, 15 days left in December. I'm not going to finish it this year. I probably will finish it next year, early on, hopefully. There's really not that many big cards. Willie Mays is the biggest card that I need for that set, but I would like to put it to bed and be complete with it. I was working on the 1969 Topps football set. That one is I'm not very far along in, but I can see myself making a lot of progress in that pretty quickly. So I wouldn't mind actually finishing that next year as well. So 2 sets that I'd like to complete: 73 Topps baseball, 69 Topps football. Once the 73 Topps set is complete, I have made a decision. Now I do collect a little bit of everything as far as sets go. If I get cards, I just take them and I put them in. But to concentrate on one, I want to concentrate on one specifically. I'm going to move on to the 1960 Topps set, which is definitely a much bigger task. I think it's going to be a little more pricey. I'm going to really have to work out getting those cards. Some of those big ones. There are plenty of big ones in this one, much more than the 73. So I would like to get a third of the way done in that set in 2026, if not more. So I'm looking to start that probably sooner than later. Hopefully, as soon as I finish 73, I can really just start concentrating on it completely. Next thing, my Battle of the Bulge collection. So I've done 9 episodes, 9 players. I have a few more players. I have a card of those players. I try and get the playing days card, just one of each one of those guys. There are a few that I do not have. So I'd like to get the remaining Battle of the Bulge players. It's going to be Ralph Houck. I do have some Ralph Houck cards, but they're not playing days cards. So I'd like to get a Ralph Houck card. Jocko Thompson, Earl Torgerson, Jack Lorky, and then the last one is Ernie White, who only has 1 playing days card. It is a 1941 W754. I've never seen that card before. I'm not really sure how attainable that card is, but that is the one card that I would like to add of his so that I can get all my Battle of the Bulge guys. There are other players that did fight in the Battle of the Bulge, but they do not have playing day cards, so I will not be collecting them. Continuing with that theme, World War II. We continue to collect World War II vets that didn't fight in the Battle of the Bulge, but World War II vets in general. And then I want to make the jump into pre-war. And I've been talking about this for a while. Now, pre-war, the only pre-war that I really do is Diamond Star set. I am building the Hall of Fame run. So as long as before we start talking about like pre-war, other pre-war, goal for my Hall of Fame Diamond Star set, I would like to add 1 to 3 more Diamond Stars Hall of Famers in the next year. I know that's not a big amount, but that is where I'm at with how I budget and all the other things that I have, that I enjoy collecting. I don't really want to just put all my eggs in one basket, so to say. So 1 to 3, adding 1 to 3 would be great. But pre-war, when I talk about pre-war, getting into pre-war, talk more about like early tobacco and candy sets, T206 probably being the most popular, but sets along those lines. That is, territory that I am not familiar with, that I'm trying to get familiar with, but trying to figure out like who I want to collect. Well, I'm going to stick to my, identity, I think, and my collecting habits and stay true to myself. And I thought the easiest way to do that, and I'm going to give a shout out to Joe at Pre-War Dreams because he provided me a list. World War I vets, which is 27 players, list 27 players. There's a few guys that are Negro League players, so no playing day cards for them. That's just not attainable. Others in that list are the big names. Got Ty Cobb, Christy Mathewson, Grover Cleveland Alexander. I kind of feel like some of those names are probably out of my realm right now. So I'd like to concentrate on some other guys like Burley Grimes, Eparixi, Jocko Conlon, Eddie Collins, who again is not cheap either. But there's a list of about, once you get rid of the guys who don't have playing day cards, it probably dwindles down to maybe about 18 to 20 players. So I think that's a great step for me to get into that era. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then my top 10 lifetime goal cards, I would like to pick up 1 in the next year. To just take 1 off that list, I think it's a possibility, especially on the lower end of that list. And I'm looking to do that. So that is a lot that's a lot of goals. I'm setting my bar high, and that's without me, again, talk about budget. and all these other little side adventures I like to do. We'll see if it's a possibility. So that is my goals for 2026. With that being said, Drew over at Clean Cheap Shots wants a VR for our Mount Rushmore of players from our state, which for me is New York. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you right now. Okay, so first on my list of Mount Rushmore, actually before we get started on that, he also wanted to know our favorite intro and outros for other content creators. My favorite one out there is Mr. Fisherbike. Jason over at Mr. Fisherbike. I love his intro. It's a catchy tune with a bunch of different clips of selfies with him and other content creators. And I think it's an awesome intro. So shout out to Jason. Yeah, that's my favorite intro out there. So there are a lot out there. I had to pick one, and that's the one that I picked. All right, Mount Rushmore. New York players. Here we go. First one is going to be born in Manhattan, two-time MVP, two-time World Series champion, 331 career home runs, 1,274 RBIs, and a lifetime .313 batting average is going to be none other than Hank Greenberg. This is the error where they spelled his name wrong, but Hank Greenberg lost 4 years, almost more than 4 years of military service. Who knows what his statistics would have been like had he not lost those years. Second one, from Brooklyn, New York, 1,588 career hits, 5-time All-Star, played in 9 World Series and won 7 of them, and was an MVP. Again, also lost time during the war, 3 years, I believe, is going to be Phil Rizzuto. He is my next one on my Mount Rushmore for New York. Oh, change the lighting a little bit. Okay, next. This guy was, let's see, 1-time MVP, 3-time Cy Young champion, 7-time All-Star, 4-time World Series champion, 5-time ERA title champion, and 2,396 career strikeouts. And that is going to be Sandy Koufax. Great card. Love that card. Love Sandy. Another one on my Mount Rushmore. Okay. Next. I'm going to figure out this lighting a little bit. Sorry, guys. All right. Last one. 1-time Cy Young winner, 17-time All-Star, 1-time World Series winner, 3 ERA titles, 2,583 strikeouts, and a career 100.1 WAR. And just for reference, these other 3 guys, that's pretty much double of all these guys. 100.1 WAR is just unreal. And that is going to be Warren Spahn. Can get it less blurry. Right there. Okay. So that is my Mount Rushmore for New York born players. So yeah, Drew, hope you like it. Congrats on hitting your milestone. And that's it. Thanks for joining, everybody.